want to make things a little dramatic, which I don't know how credible that is, but I don't think Coach Redfern would agree with that statement. Yeah, every game from here on out is a must-win for the Sailors if they want to at least have a shot at making or at winning the Mountain. Is it Mountain Conference? Yeah, if they want to win that, and also that plays into playoffs. I don't know how many they're taking for lacrosse playoffs. I'm more of a soccer guy. So maybe it's the same as soccer, maybe it's different, but I know for sure if you do win your conference, you're going to the playoffs, which is huge. Yeah, you know, he doesn't play much besides the face-offs, but he's as important as any other player because you win that ball right off the face-off and you get your momentum going down the field and you can either pass it off for a quick goal or score a quick goal. That's just huge because as we like to say, goals are scored in bunches in this game, and if you can get at least 3 or 4 of those a game, that's going to be huge. Just considering the all-around game of play, it's going to pick up your energy and momentum, which is so very important in high school sports. Yeah, I can appreciate some good goalkeeping no matter the sport. I played a little lacrosse back in my day, and I did play some goalie, and it's definitely hard. You're putting your body on the line. You take some tough shots, and for you to take those tough shots and keep on playing and keep your team in the game, it's like I said, it brings energy to the game and helps your team kind of stay in it and believe in you. And even if you're down by a few, like we saw in the last Eagle Valley game, their goalkeeper kept them in the game, even down a few goals. Because once they started their scoring streak, he was able to make some big saves, and that's what River King does so well too. He's able to allow the Sailors to create those deficits by multiple goals, and just help the team believe in tough games. Rogers, yeah. Um, yeah, you love to see the young kids making an impact, scoring goals, and it just helps out the team. Obviously, it brings up the competition as well amongst just everybody, because you don't want to lose your starting spot to a freshman, and a freshman wants to take your starting spot, even though you're all on the same team. But that's one of those changes where Neil Redfern really recognized they needed the help there, and it was a great can't think of the word I want to say, but it was just a great move by coach to pull in that freshman and have belief in the freshman to say, hey, we need you to step up here and go score some goals, and he did exactly that. It was, I think it was 9-8. The Sailors lost, but it was they kept the pressure on and almost tied it up here in the last few minutes, but just were not able to find the back of the net. So a tough loss there for the JV, but hopefully that brings some energy to the varsity and can get the varsity going, and we can see a win here today. Yeah, no, we have 17 minutes until the face-off for the Sailors versus the Devils here. So maybe running a few minutes behind, but that's not going to stop anything. It's still going to be a great game. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Testing, testing. Can you hear me, Brian? Sweet. I got the youngest Adams to come, or is it Brady Adams, to come film for me. We have 4:56 on the clock. Captains just met. Brian, I wonder if they only allow one person to do face-offs due to COVID. I could be wrong. No? Gotcha. I thought the goalie was the most important position. How much time do we have? We have 1:40 left on the clock, unless you really need to come to me. Yeah, if you need to come to me right now, you can. Unless that technical issue affects me. live from beautiful Gibson, Colorado. Murphy Bowman here on the call for this matchup of Steamboat Sailors boys lacrosse against the Eagle Valley Devils, and it is a great day here for some lacrosse. A little bit of cloud coverage, so it won't be too hot with the sun beaming down on the players, and it's going to be a good one. Sailors coming into Hot Stuff Stadium here with a record of 4-2, and the Eagle Valley Devils are 4-2 as well, so it's going to be interesting. Sailors have to win out if they would like to have a shot at the conference title and get into the playoffs. Sailors looking good here in the past 3 games. They're on a winning streak after a loss to Battle Mountain in overtime, but the Sailors were able to turn that around and get back to the winning ways, and it's going to be a fun game here, and it's going to be a physical one. Last time these two teams met, it was a tight game, nail-biter towards the end of the game. Steamboat Sailors had quite the lead, but then eventually the Devils whittled it down to only a 1-goal lead, and then eventually no lead at all. It was all tied up. Sailors were actually able to get on top in the dying moments and see that game through with a win, and then Sailors came back a few days later, beat the Skiers in another close matchup. So Sailors looking to improve their record of 5-2. Got my cameraman here, Brady Adams, and he'll help me with my lacrosse lingo. As most of you know, I am a soccer player and do announcing for soccer. We have Reeves Kirby out here to take the face-off. He's the face-off specialist, and he's able to win that one. Ball's bouncing on the ground, though, and that is France to pick it up, maybe. Finally he does, but then the ball pops out of his basket. It's still on the ground, and it's a battle for it. Eagle Valley will pick it up, running behind the goal through X, and they're going to pass around the perimeter. Looked a little dangerous there for a second, but they decide to play the possession game here. Number 2 for a good save by River King. Number 2 came in rushing on River King, and River King was able to get his net there and save that one. This is going to be France to bring it up across half. The long pull defense trying to do a little spin move. The ball pops out of his stick, though, and Adams tries to pick it up. Ball's bouncing around. Finally, Kempers picks it up, and he's rushing down the field, winding up for a shot. Gets tripped up, though. Ball pops out. He tosses it to Story. Story now gets it into the box, and he'll bring it around the perimeter. Ball at the top of the perimeter now to Meisner, and Sailors are going to slow down the play here. Bit of a fast start. No one really had possession off the face-off. I don't even know really technically who won that face-off, but the Sailors have possession now, and they're passing around the perimeter. Ball on the ground. Shovel pass to Eagle Valley. Eagle Valley picks up the ball, and they're going to come back the other way. That's Berg getting it up the midfield. Good high pressure here from the Sailors. An errant pass, and that's going to be who's 33? Never mind that. That's Meisner coming up with a pass, and a shot over by number 14 for the Sailors, who is also not on my roster.
Jack Buby, I think.
What?
Jack Buby.
Buby. And then who's 14?
14 on D or?
Offense. Oh, a goal. Oh, looked like a goal for the Sailors.
Jacob Dotson.
Number 14 is Jacob Dotson. He was not on my roster, but he's getting some minutes here. I don't believe I've seen him play yet. We'll see how that works out. Eagle Valley with the ball here, bringing it across their half into their attacking half. Number 18 for Eagle Valley, and a good save by River King, coming up strong. And it's going to go out and be a Sailors ball on the touchline here. No goals yet. We are we have 9 minutes and 19 seconds left on the clock. It's a tie game, 0-0 from Hot Stuff Stadium. Sailors trying to get on the board. That's Evan to bring it up. Evan Ellis just gonna play the possession game here and get it to Dotson. Dotson running around X here. Still has the ball. Getting it to Becker. Becker's gonna work it up to the top. Back to Ellis. Ellis now tossing around. Good possession here by the Sailors. They're trying to be patient and make this offensive possession count. Story with the ball. The Sailors continue to just pass it around. Finally, an Eagle Valley defender bites hard on Adams. Adams rushing in on the perimeter, pulls it out, and then tosses it to Ellis. Ellis with some filthy moves there. Tries to get a behind the back shot off, but it was not on goal. And the Eagle Valley goalkeeper will pick it up and lob it down the field. And that's Gideon to try to intercept it. Bounces over him. Eagle Valley's coming one-on-one. Great save by River King. 3 big saves for King here in this first half. Oh, but shot and goal. Steamboat Sailors were not able to get the rebound off of a big save from River King, who's come up big in the first few minutes here. The score is 1-0 for the Eagle Valley Devils, and that's an unfortunate play of events. Sailors were just not able to get the rebound as River King just had a really big save, and Reeves Kirby out for the face-off. Kirby fighting for the ball, spinning in circles, and no one has it quite yet. It's mad scramble, and the Devils come out with it, but good defense by Moyer, and he knocks the ball out of the basket of the Eagle Valley Devil, and that's Kempers to pick it up and bring it down the field. He brings it into his offensive half, and he'll hold up as the Sailors are getting a quick substitution here, and that's going to be Meisner with the ball now. Just a little toss off there from Meisner to Kempers to Meisner, and Sailors are passing around the top of the perimeter, getting it to Story, who's on the near sideline here, and he'll get it to X. That's Dotson now running around X, and Sailors doing well, being patient with the ball here. Jack Becker cannot quite keep possession of the ball. It pops out, and the Devils have it. They're trying to work out of some high press defense there, high full field defense there from the Sailors. They finally get it across half into their attacking half, and we'll see what they do here. They're just going to pass around the perimeter as you do in lacrosse, waiting for your opportunity to attack. 1-0 the score. Eagle Valley Devils leading the Steamboat Sailors early on in this matchup. River King, though, coming in big with 3 huge saves, and that is number 21, Finn Rogers, with the ball, and he'll bring it into the offensive half for the Sailors. Hold it up, slow down the possession, quick sub for the Sailors. That's going to be shot in, and Story with the ball. Story, of course, he'll be playing college lacrosse next year. He's a senior, just graduated, so that will be very exciting. And obviously, now all the graduates here on this, all the seniors have graduated on this Sailors team, so that's kind of interesting. They graduated, but they're still playing high school lacrosse. I don't know if that's ever happened with the history of high school sports. Typically, you're in classes in session when you're playing. This is Meisner with the ball in the corner of his offensive half, and he'll get it to Ellis. Ellis now jogging around, kind of getting pushed out, getting bullied, but he finally makes a nice move, and he'll toss it back and forth with Dotson, and he just gets wrecked. Ball is loose. Meisner to pick it up. Good work, though, by Ellis here early on. He's been doing well. I have not seen him play all that much, if at all, here in this season. That's Adams trying to make a spin move, loses his footing, but he gets back up and continues to play. Dotson bringing it, running past through X and turning on the Jets. He loses a ball, ball's on the ground, mad scramble, and that'll be Ellis to try and get it. He does so, throwing some spin moves. Good work by Ellis to maintain possession for the Sailors. Ball to Meisner. Meisner with a low rip and a good save from the Eagle Valley goalkeeper, Davis. He'll throw his hands up in celebration, liking that one. On the other half of the field now, the Devils have the ball around the perimeter. They gain the box, and number 11 here, Rawlings, will bring it to X. Tossing it around is Eagle Valley, maintaining possession. Peterson for Eagle Valley, trying to throw some moves on Meisner. Meisner not getting fooled here though, and a good pass and a great save there by River King, and he is coming up huge today for the Steamboat Sailors. He's had 5 huge saves early on in this contest, but Eagle Valley was able to get 1 goal by, and the score is 1-0 with 3 minutes and 35 seconds left. Sailors looking promising though. They've had some good opportunities. They had a great shot by Meisner, but it was an even better save from the Eagle Valley goalkeeper. Eagle Valley passing around the perimeter here, trying to just maintain possession and find a chink in the armor here for the Steamboat Sailors. Jack Becker rushing over with some physical defense. Number 2 for the Devils loses a ball, and that is Buby?
Yeah.
Buby. I think we'll commit a foul, maybe. He'll get subbed out though, and shot is in. Are the Sailors down a man?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sailors down a man here. Have to ask my sources here in the press box. Eagle Valley passing around, lose the ball though, and it's on the ground. Nobody can pick it up until number 3 here for the Devils picks it up and throws it off the post, and it's going to bounce out and be an Eagle Valley ball. They were first to it when it went out of bounds. Number 18, Peterson, will shoot and score for Eagle Valley. 2-0 the score. Eagle Valley Devils on top with 2 minutes and 22 seconds. And man, that's a rough one. It was just a shot off the post, bounced out. Eagle Valley was closest to the ball when it went out. They just did a quick one and a long shot from Peterson, and he gets the Devils up by 2. Reeves Kirby in for the face-off, spinning in circles, battling for it, and not quite able to pick it up. And that is his 2nd loss of the day, unfortunately. Eagle Valley coming back the other way. As we mentioned in the pregame show, Reeves Kirby had a little bit of difficulty here in the last matchup of these 2 teams with his face-offs. A long shot and a goal. 3-0 to score. Eagle Valley Devils on top, and that was quite the rip. Number 27, who I do not have on my roster, scoring that one. He just put it low and went 5-hole on River King. Steamboat Sailors looking to bring any bit of energy they can get here in this first quarter. We have 1:56 left. Reeves Kirby out to take the face off. Hopefully he can win this one. As we mentioned, that can so often be the most important position on the field at any given time. It just gives your team a lot of energy and momentum. Looks like Kirby flinched, and it's going to be a Devils ball here. That's Rawlings to bring it up. Trying to get by Moyer. Moyer wrecked a screen there, and Devils still have the ball though, passing around the perimeter. Peterson with the ball. He's threatening from far out as he has 1 goal on the day. A shot and off the piping there. And ball is loose. Gideon cannot quite pick it up. And it's going to be Devils ball. Devils passing around the perimeter here at X. And Peterson finally gets it, and he makes a move on Meisner and puts another goal by River King. Man, the Devils just coming out from the starting gates with the dogs barking, putting it to the Steamboat Sailors. They are up 4-0 with 1 minute and 3 seconds left, and this first quarter does not seem to, it's not going the Sailors' way, that's for sure. The Sailors really need to regroup at this intermission coming up in a minute and figure out a game plan for sure, as they just seem to not have as much energy as these Devils do. Reeves Kirby to try to get his first face-off win of the game. And we wait. Good work by Kirby, being physical, and ball still on the ground, and that is Kempers to pick it up. Good work by Kirby to win that one. Kempers running up the field, making some moves, and a goal for Kempers. There we go. That's the energy we needed. It is 4-1 the score now. Quite the mountain here in the first quarter, but Sailors just trying to get back into this game. We have 43 seconds left on the clock. Good work by Reeves Kirby to win that face-off, and good work for Kempers to pick up the ball and just run down the field and put it into the back of the net. There we go. I know his brother Matthew would be proud. Reeves Kirby flicks the ball up, and it's still bouncing around. Nobody has it quite yet. Good win by Kirby. He's running down the field now. He has a lot of real estate. Speaking of real estate, call the Paoli Group with all your group realty needs. Let Chris Paoli and his group help you, whether you're buying or selling. Call them for all your real estate needs. Sailors have the ball. They're going to toss around the perimeter here. And that is Dotson. Did he not gain the box?
Yeah.
Did not gain the box, so it's going to be a turnover in possession. River King to intercept a long pass there, and he's trying to wreck his defender as there is not much time left on the clock, and the buzzer sounds. Sailors are going to go into this huddle, and I'm sure that Coach Redfern is going to say, come on, guys, what's going on out there? Good. Eagle Valley Devils up 4-1 in the first quarter of this game. Eagle Valley just came out of the starting gate with a lot of energy. They were able to put 4 past River King despite his valiant effort with 5 really, really big saves there. And we'll see how this second quarter goes, because finally the Sailors scored. Great goal there, a great face-off win by Kirby, and then a great goal from Kempers, and he was able to get the first goal here for the Sailors today. Hopefully more to come, and hopefully the Sailors defense helps out River King here, as he's doing as much as he can do. But the Eagle Valley Devils just picking Steamboat apart here. Of course, Steamboat 4-2 on the season, trying to win out here to have a shot at the conference title, which would automatically give them a berth in the playoffs this year. And it will be kind of a funky playoff due to COVID and everything. They're accepting less teams. I don't know if they're gonna change that or what, but we'll see. Let's focus on the present though. as River King leads his troops out onto the field for the second quarter. Reeves Kirby to take the face-off. Hopefully he can get another win on the day.
Does this top thing zoom in?
Yeah, if you want to zoom in, you can. This game's shaping up to be a good one if the Steamboat Sailors want to get it back into it. They have a 3-goal deficit, not in their favor at the moment, and Reeves Kirby not quite able to win that one, but it looks like there's going to be a foul, and Sailors will get possession. That's Kempers to bring it up, and he'll just possess it, gain the box, and get it to Adams. Adams now, waiting for a quick sub. That's something that I'm not used to, subbing during the play of game. That's Adams with a nice spin move, trying to get in on goal. Pulls it back out though, and he'll get it to Rogers here. Rogers passing around. Sailors just keeping possession, and that's Meisner trying to turn on the Jets, trying to get it to Luke St. John. Cannot quite do so, but the freshman Finn Rogers is there to pick it up and keep possession in the offensive half for the Sailors. Luke St. John with the ball now cannot quite get by his defender, so he'll bring it back out and get it to the top of the perimeter. It's worked to the side now. Adams with the ball, trying to fake out his defender. Good pass there to Rogers, but he cannot quite deal with it. Ball bouncing on the ground. Finally, Rogers picks it up, and he's getting swarmed by his defender, and looks like we're going to have a foul on Steamboat. It's going to be Eagle Valley ball. Good work by 23 for the Devils. Ball's worked into the Devils' offensive half, rushing in, and shot and goal. That's number 6. Minor with his second goal of the day. Steamboat Sailors back to they're back to the drawing board here. Down by 4 goals. The score is 5-1 with 10:22 left in the second quarter, and Steamboat Sailors really need to get something going here. Ian Kirby out to take this face off. Hopefully he can win it, as the Sailors really desperately need it. Ball is whistled into play, and Reeves Kirby is able to win it, get it into his offensive half. Ball still on the ground though. Finally picked up by Kempers, the goal scorer here for the Sailors. Hopefully he can get another one here. He'll toss it off to Story. Story gains the box and brings it back to X behind the net. Tossing it up to Adams, who just got subbed into the game, and then to Hoffman running in, gets the ball poked out of his stick, and now it's a foot race for it. Ball still on the ground, but bounces into the Sailors' defensive half, and finally Metzler picks it up, and we have a flag on the play. Well, the Sailors will go a man up next time they lose possession. Ball with Luke St. John, and a dunk goal there for Luke St. John. That couldn't have come at a better time. Sailors trying to get back into this game. The score 5-2. Devils on top of the Steamboat Sailors, but Sailors have a great opportunity here, going a man up right after they score. And let's see what they can do here. Another goal would be great. Real quick, I'd like to thank Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank with locations in Craig and Steamboat. Also, Alpine Lumber, the contractor's choice and the homeowner's friend. Go see Skip and the gang for all your building needs. Despite a valiant effort by River King, who seems to be a wall today, the Eagle Valley Devils have gotten 5 goals by him. But man, I'd say he has some huge saves though, keeping the Devils from being even further ahead of the Sailors right now. Kempers picks up the ball after a face-off win by Kirby, and Kempers will just gain the box here, trying to maintain possession. 5-2 the score. Sailors behind in this second quarter, trying to climb back into this one. They're a man up, and Adams has the ball at the top of the perimeter. Waiting for a quick sub. That's Rogers, who's in now, the freshman. He knows how to find the back of the net. Ball's getting tossed around the perimeter. Back to the top, gets it to the freshman. To Luke St. John with a shot, but a good save there from the Devils. And the ball on the ground. Finally, the keeper for the Devils pick it up, and they'll get possession. He'll just bring it up to midfield and then toss it off to one of his offensive players, and he's rushing in on goal. He'll actually just decide to bring it out and try to gain the box and keep possession. Good defense there by Ezra Moyer, as he so often has a great game, but the Steamboat Sailors defense really needs to pick it up here. And that's Adams on defense here. Good move there by number 3, and a good save by River Kings, and he'll pick it up and get possession for the Sailors. Lobbing it up the field to Adams. Adams turning on the Jets, gaining the box here. He fakes it, going in on goal, shot, and a good save there from Kosick, and he'll lob it up the field, and the ball's bouncing on the ground. Foot chase here with Gideon and the Devil. Gideon trying to push the Devil out of bounds, cannot quite do so, and the Devils have possession of the ball in the perimeter. A shot here, and it goes wide. Devils first to GLE, or closest to GLE. Gideon on defense. Ball's whistled in the play. They're passing around the perimeter here. Kemper's defending, does a good job staying in front of his offensive player, and number 18, Peterson will have to pass it off. A shot and goal for the Devils, and man, they just cannot seem to miss today. River King has plenty of saves so far in this game, but the Devils just shot after shot. The score is 6-2 here early on. Hopefully the Steamboat Sailors can turn it around before halftime. But it is a game of runs. It's a game of goals, and hopefully the Sailors will get 5 or 6 in a row. I'd love to see that. Quick timeout here, as the Steamboat Sailors need to go to the drawing board and figure something out, because they're just lacking. I don't know what they're lacking. Obviously goals, but hopefully they can turn it around and get back into this one. We have 4 goal scorers here for Eagle Valley so far in this matchup, and only 2 for the Devils, or for the Sailors. Hopefully we can get more on the board. Love to see it. I know a lot of these players can find the back of the net. Rogers has multiple goals. Adams, Story, just to name a few of a team who's really good at finding the back of the net. But at the same time, their games have been very low-scoring games, as Lacrosse can be a very high-scoring game with 15 goals apiece, and most of the games here for Steamboat have stayed in the single digits. I'd love to see them put a few more past the goalkeeper here today, but the Eagle Valley Devil goalkeeper is looking pretty solid so far. Sailors trying to draw up a play here off of this face-off. Hopefully Reeves Kirby can win it, as the momentum off of the face-off win is always huge. The Sailors making their way back out onto the field. after Neil Redfern had a quick talk to him. Hopefully we can see something develop here, and hopefully the Sailors can build up momentum into the second half to get back into this game. 6-2 the score. Eagle Valley Devils on top of the Steamboat Sailors. We have 7 minutes and 5 seconds left in this first half, and the ball's whistled in play. Good win there by Kirby. He picks it up and is running down the field, and he gets hit hard. The ball pops out, and nobody has possession yet. Number 30 for the Devils finally picks it up, but it's a mad scramble for the ball, and number 22 here gets de-sticked for the Devils, and the ball's still on the ground. I don't know if anybody's had possession for more than a few seconds so far in this play. That's Moyer to try to pick it up. He'll just flick it to Story. Story finally gets possession and then gets hit. It's going to be a flag on the play. Sailors have a great opportunity here as they'll be a man up, and we'll see if they can get a quick goal here. Love to see one. They really need one to pick up the energy, to pick up the tempo, and we'll see what happens. We have quite the goal-scoring lineup in right now. Meisner, Rogers, Becker, Luke St. John, who actually has a goal on the day, and of course, Story. Rogers with the ball at the top of the perimeter. Sailors just trying to get possession, and they just continue to pass around. Real in tight quarters here to Dotson. Dotson working the ball around. Good ball movement here from the Sailors, trying to confuse and get in goal, on goal. And that's Story with the ball, trying to get it to Dotson. Dotson cannot quite control it. The ball pops out. Luke St. John picks it up, though. Sailors still passing around the perimeter. A good pass block there by number 4 for the Devils. And Steamboat Sailors have to pick it up. They're still a man up here. Good ball movement, trying to keep possession. And the Devils just staying strong and staying in front of the ball. Becker with a little pump fake. The Devils back to full strength now. Unfortunately, the Sailors did not even get a shot off during that whole man-up situation, and now they're going to have to bring the ball back out and try to figure out how to get through this solid Devils defense. Story with the ball, passes it off to the freshman Rogers. Rogers getting bullied by his long pole defender, and he'll have to pass it off to Dotson. Luke St. John rushing in on goal. Nice swing move there, but the ball pops out. He can't pick it up quite yet, and ball is finally picked up by the Devils, and a long pole defender will bring it into midfield, but good play by Ezra Moyer to dispossess. The Devils maintain possession, though. They gain the box, and they'll just possess it around the perimeter now. Number 6 with it at X for the Devils. Cole Gideon out to defend, and the Devils will just maintain possession. 6-2 the score with 4 minutes left in this second quarter. Steamboat Sailors behind in this contest so far. Good defensive win there by the Sailors, and this will be Hubler to bring it into midfield, or the offensive half for the Sailors. The ball pops out, and the Devils have it now. And they'll good ball movement, shot, and goal. Man, the Sailors just seemed all sorts of discombobulated, and the Devils capitalizing on it. 7-2 the score, 3 minutes and 36 seconds left, and the Devils are controlling this game here in this first half. It is a game of runs, though, and hopefully the Sailors aren't quite out of it yet. I know that we have lots of goal scorers, and love to see a few goals here from the Sailors before this buzzer sounds in this second quarter. Reeves Kirby to take this face-off, and as he does not win it, the Sailors will get possession off it though, and that's Kempers, who has a goal on the day, to pick it up. Ball pops out of his basket. It's on the ground. Nobody quite has possession. Looks like it's going to be Sailors ball at midfield. Kempers to bring it in. And a few quick subs. That's Schott, who just came in. Hopefully he can get something stirring. I know he has wheels, and he's able to find the back of the net. Sailors gain the box. That's Becker with the ball. Looking to get in on goal, but he backs out and he'll pass it off. Turnover, and it's going to be Devils ball, and they'll get it behind X. Good ball movement here, as they've had in this first half of play. That's how they've scored so many goals. They just find a player who's wide open in front of the crease and just dunk it by River King. And a long shot and another goal. It's 8-2 Eagle Valley Devils. Real quick, we'd like to thank Russell's Auto Salon, your premier full service auto body shop, where you always meet by accident. We've seen a few wrecks here today, but nothing worthy of the collision of the game quite yet. Hopefully the Steamboat Sailors can get a few collisions of the game and get back into this one. They have quite the mountain to climb. Reeves Kirby here to take this face off. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock in this first half of contest. Ball on the ground. Kempers picks it up. Good work there, but ball gets popped out of his basket, and the Devils will have possession now. This is a lone Devil here running down the field, finally met by Gideon. Gideon just trying to usher him to the sideline, and he loses his footing. Ball pops out, gets to a free Devil, and he does well, but an errant pass, and it's going to be a Sailor ball at the end line. King to pick that one up, and he'll toss it to Hubler. Hubler making sure they keep possession here, trying to get some momentum before the second half. This is Gideon now in the offensive zone for the Sailors, and an errant pass, ball on the ground. Luke St. John to try to pick it up, cannot do so, and looks like it's going to be Sailor ball as the Devils stepped out of bounds. Ball's whistled into play. This is Story with it, and trying to find Meisner, but cannot do so. The pass is picked off by a Devil, and ball coming the other way. That's Peterson with the ball. He has a few goals here today, and he'll bring across half. A shot block there. Good work by the freshman. Another shot, and a good work there by River King with another huge save. He's had plenty of those today, but he's just getting hounded with shots on shots on shots, and the Eagle Valley Devils are just able to get 8 goals on King. A bad shot there, and it's a loose ball. No one can pick it up yet, and Gideon looks like he gets it finally. No, looks like we have a foul, and it's going to be Devils ball. Tossed up to the top of the perimeter here, and that's number 1. I know he has a few goals today. DeLong is going to pass that one off, and the Eagle Valley Devils passing around now. 27 for the Devils, running in on goal. A good save there by River King, and he's having a great game today. Never mind the scoreboard. And that's Meisner running into Story, and another good save on the other end of the field by the Devil goalkeeper. He's had kind of a quiet quarter, and good work by him. Bad pass though. It's going to be Sailor ball in great positioning. We have 7 seconds left. Let's see if the Sailors can get a quick one here before halftime. That's Becker to bring it in. Turning on the Jets. He has to get the shot off here soon. Rips it, but it's high, and it's going to bounce out, and the clock is going to sound. Well, that's first half for you folks. 8-2 the score here from Hot Stuff Stadium. Sailors behind, and they have a mountain to climb coming up in this second half. Coach Redfern is going to have to go to the drawing board, and hopefully the Sailors can get back to their goal-scoring ways here in the second half. We'll be right back on your Steamboat Sailors Sports Connection. Welcome back from break. We had a quick halftime there. They started a little bit early on us, and Reeves Kirby will not win that face-off. But if you're just joining us on YouTube, Sailors down by quite the deficit. Welcome back to all our radio listeners. We had a quick halftime there here at Hot Stuff Stadium, and they just were eager to play. You could definitely tell that the Devils bench was really hyped up. There was a lot of hooting and hollering, but the Steamboat Sailors have possession here, and let's see what they can do. They have quite the mountain to climb. This is Shot with the ball here, passing it off. Of course, you can listen to this game on 105.7 or 97.7 and on steamboatradio.com. Steamboat Sailors trying to climb back into this matchup with Story on the ball, passing it around the perimeter here. Getting it to Shot. Shot with the ball, rushing in on goal, trying to beat his physical defender there, and cannot do so. He'll bring it back out and get it to the freshman. Let's see what he can do here, as he knows how to find the back of the net. But the Eagle Valley defense has been very solid today. A shot by Becker, and it goes wide. Sailors will win the ball. They were closest to GLE. But as I was saying, the Devils have just played very solid defense here today, and making it really difficult for the Sailors to get goals, obviously. This 8-2 the score a few seconds into this contest, or the second half of this contest. Aiden Story with the ball here, trying to do some spin moves, gets by his defender, passes it to Rogers. Rogers with a bounce shot that goes over, and it's going to be a Devils ball. Sailors definitely turning around the energy here and getting an early shot, which you love to see, and we'll have a quick substitution. Meisner's going to be on, and it's going to be Sailors ball. Like to thank Steamboat Roofing. Call Steamboat Roofing for all your roofing needs, from minor repairs to full roof replacements. Story on the ball here, passes it down to Luke St. John and X, and Sailors continue to pass around the perimeter, trying to keep possession here. Gets it up to Meisner at the top of the perimeter, and they are going counterclockwise here. Errant pass, and it's picked up by the Devils goalkeeper. This is going to be the first bit of possession here for Eagle Valley in this second half, and hopefully the Sailors can win it right back, as they have quite the deficit to cut back on. 8-2 the score. If you're just joining us, this second half just started, and it's going to be Sailor ball. The Devils did not gain the box in time, and Meisner will step back to pick this one up and bring it into play. Tossing around. River King with the ball now, getting it to Gideon. Gideon with the little chest trap there, something we see in soccer all the time. And an errant pass, Devils win it off the ground, and they'll take over possession. Peterson trying to bring it into the Devils' offensive half here, and good defense by Aiden Story to delay that. Trying to get into the box in time. Still have not got into box. The Devils running around finally gain the box, and they'll pass around the perimeter now, trying to get in on goal and get a quick one there, but they cannot get by the Steamboat defense. Hopefully Neil Redfern had a good game plan coming into this second half. I know the Steamboat boys needed a little bit of energy and a pick-me-up, so let's see what they can do here in the second half. Because this game is huge. It's a must-win. Every game from here on out is a must-win in this Mountain Conference if they want to win it and if they want to get into playoffs. I know this is a very good side. Eagle Valley is also 4-2, and they're trying to do the same thing that the Sailors are trying to do here, and that's win out. And you can definitely tell by the energy. A shot and a great save by River King, and he'll control the rebound and wait a few seconds and get it to Metzler. Metzler now with the ball, trying to get it past half. Does well, good spin moves, bringing it into half, and looks like we're going to have a flag on the play. Sailors are going to go a man up as number 27 for the Devils was offsides. Good work there by Metzler to get a spin move and get into the offensive zone for the Sailors. And we're going to have a few quick substitutions. Get Adams in here with Meisner and Rogers. And that is a goal-scoring lineup if I've ever seen one. Of course, Aiden Story here is in too with Luke St. John and Jack Becker. A very, very tough line here for the Sailors. And hopefully they can get a goal in this man-up situation. They're passing it around in a real tight perimeter here. Meisner with the ball down to Story. Story didn't see anything, so the Sailors will continue to pass it around. Meisner with the ball. Back to Story. Back to Meisner. Good possession here. The penalty is almost up for the Devils, and pass is picked off. The Devils coming back the other way. They're at full strength now. Good bounce pass shot and a great save by River King. Man, he is having a great day today. Despite having 8 goals on him, he is still playing his heart out and keeping the Sailors in this one. Story with the ball, gains the box, and he'll slow the play down. Got a sub here. This is Rogers coming in for Moyer, and still trying to get the more offensive lineup here for the Sailors. Ball's in the corner of the field in the Sailors' offensive zone. And it's Story with the ball. Story trying to get past his defender. Finds a good pass to Adams and goal! Adams gets a goal here, and it is 8-2 the score. 5 minutes and 51 seconds left in this contest, or in this third quarter. Getting a little confused with that, but we still got time. That's all that matters. I'm pretty optimistic. I hope these Steamboat Sailor boys are as well, as they need to be. I know it can be a little demoralizing being down by such deficit in such a big game, but if they have their head in the right place after halftime, I know they can do it. Kirby to take the face-off, being physical, and cannot quite win it though. Ball still bouncing on the ground. Devils coming back the other way. The quick pass and goal. That was just a quick face-off win by the Devils. Number 11 just streaking down, finding a player at the top of the crease wide open, and just able to go 5-hole on River King. And that's a tough one to see, especially right after you get a much-needed goal. 9-3 the score. Sailors trying to whittle down a 6-goal lead for the Devils. And we have Kirby out to take the face-off here yet again. They seem to have his number, the Devils do. But Ian Kirby almost picked it up, but then lost his balance. Ball still on the ground, bouncing. And we're going to have... Waiting for it. Sailors ball? Nope, Devils ball. Long pause. Nobody really knew what was going on there, including me. And Devils quickly gain the box. They'll be passing around, get the ball down to X here, and keep it there. Number 2 for the Devils, who has a few goals on the day. We'll just keep it right by the end line here in the Devils' offensive zone. Not much pressure here from Kirby, as he's just trying to stay in front of his attacker. Good physical play by Kirby. Passes off the defending to Gideon. Gideon doing well to push his man to the side of the perimeter and make him pass it. Devils just possessing the ball here as they see no rush really to score. And they're just trying to keep possession because they have quite the commanding lead on the Sailors. But so did the Sailors when the Devils were in town. So hopefully the Sailors can get back into this game. Of course, if you missed the last matchup of Steamboat versus Eagle Valley, a shot and goal for the Devils. As I was talking, an Eagle Valley Devil just ran from behind the goal, diving into the crease, and just basically tossed his stick into the net. Good play there. 10-3 the score with 4 minutes and 8 seconds left. Steamboat Sailors trying to climb back into this one. Have quite the mountain to climb now. But in these situations, I'm a strong believer in you're your own worst enemy, as there is quite the deficit to climb back from. Eagle Valley wins the... great save there from River King. Eagle Valley won the face-off and came down fast as they have done so, and River King able to save that one with his knees. But as I was saying, you can be your own worst enemy when you're down by such a score of 10-3, and it's a game of runs, so hopefully the Sailors can get a really big run here, as they really need it. Devils possessing it around the perimeter in their offensive half. That's Peterson with a shot and a good save by River King, and Hubler can't quite catch it. Those long pulls are hard to control when the ball's so high up in the air, and the Devils get the ball back. Davis for the Devils, who has a goal on the game, will bring the ball up to the top of the perimeter and maintain possession here for the Devils. Real quick, I'd like to thank Steamboat Ace Hardware, the helpful place for hardware, plumbing tools, and many other things. A shot and save, getting really confused there, for the Devils, and Steamboat Sailors coming back the other way, but Metzler cannot quite pick it up, finally does, and he's just swarmed by white jerseys. Sailors here sporting their red jerseys with white big letter numbering, and Eagle Valley in white with red numbering. Sailors coming up, trying to get it into their offensive half. This is Rogers. He knows how to find the back of the net, passes off to Meisner. He gets his pass blocked, and the Devils are coming back the other way. Devils passing around, trying to get a goal here, and the ball's on the ground now. The Devil gets tripped up. He'll gain his feet though, and maintain possession, and the Devils are back to possessing the ball around the perimeter. Good defense here from Steamboat, not letting too many options open, and the Devils continue to pass it around the perimeter. Number 1 here, Boyd for the Devils, has a goal in the game, and he's trying to rush in on King, and good physical play by Metzler, but a flag on the play. Looks like the Devils will go a man up next time they lose possession of the ball, and not what you need right now if you're the Steamboat Sailors. You need all the help you can get to get back into this game, and penalties just aren't it at this point. We still await possession change for that call, when the Devils will go a man up. Finally it comes as River King picks up a bad pass, and Metzler will go into the box for the Sailors. Quick change up here. And we'd like to thank the Paoli Group with Colorado Group Realty. Let Chris Paoli and his team help you with all your real estate needs. Also, Steamboat Roofing for all your roofing needs, from minor repairs to complete replacements. Go to steamboatroofing.com, helping the Sailors raise the roof. We'd really love to be raising the roof right now. Hopefully the Sailors can be raising the roof after this game. A shot and a good save there by River King, and he's just keeping the Sailors in this one. He's putting his body on the line. He has, man, I lost count of how many saves he has here today, and The Sailors need some bit of energy. This seems kind of dead out there. There's a shot and it goes high, and Devils are first to GLE. Go pick up that ball, bring it into play. Steamboat have kind of been socked into their defensive half this whole game. A shot and goal. 11-3 the score here. Eagle Valley Devils on top of Steamboat Sailors with a commanding lead. And man, this is a tough one. It's not over till it's over, though. I'll stay optimistic, as everybody out there on the field for the Sailors should. Kirby here to take this face-off. Hopefully he can get a face-off win. The Sailors desperately need this one, and let's see what he can do here. We have Kempers here who scored a goal off the face-off. Good win there by Kirby. He's running down the field. Can he get a shot off? Ball pops out, and that is Jack Becker to pick it up and maintain possession for the Sailors. Ezra Moyer with the ball now. Keeping possession, and we have Rogers coming in, sub for Kirby. Toss off to Becker. Becker winding up for a shot and shoots it, but it goes wide, and the clock sounds for this third quarter. Steamboat Sailors are down 11-3 going into the fourth quarter, and man, if they could score as many goals as they could in this fourth quarter, that would be great. Obviously, that's what you want to do in sporting events, and it's easier said than done. But we need it. We need it now. This is a must-win game if the Sailors are looking to win the conference and get to playoffs. It's cutthroat out there this year for the playoffs, as they're not accepting as many teams as they usually are. So let's see what the Sailors can do. Maybe they can get a little bit of energy here and just go off. Real quick, I'd like to thank Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's locally owned bank, with locations in Steamboat and Craig, bringing you membered FDIC. Also, Alpine Lumber, the contractor's choice, the homeowner's friend. Go see Skip and the gang at Alpine Lumber for all your building needs. And you can never forget Russell's Auto Salon, your premier full-service auto body shop where you always meet by accident. Steamboat Sailors in the huddle here. Coach Neal talking to him. Hopefully he can get the troops all riled up for this last fourth quarter. I know it can be hard to do so when you're down 11-3. And trust me, I in my day, I've been down 11-3 in soccer, and that's a lot more demoralizing than lacrosse. But it's a game of runs. It's a game of runs, as most games are. Let's see. Hopefully the Sailors can just win this quarter. That's all we need. Love to see just every ounce of effort here from the Sailors in this last quarter of play, and that would be enough. Enough to say they gave it their all here in this last quarter. But hopefully they're able to get back in this one. Only takes a few goals to get them going. Good win there by Reeves Kirby, and you love to see that, especially when the Sailors need it. Sailors gain the box. That Story on the ball. He's been quiet today, and he'll bring it out top of the perimeter. Rogers in now, trying to break this almost impenetrable Devils defense. It seems impossible, but a lot of things do until you figure it out. So let's see. Rogers coming in on goal here. Brings it back out, though, and gets it to one of the goal scorers on the day for the Sailors, Kempers. He's going to pass it off to Rogers to the top of the perimeter. Rogers getting by his defender, but he loses his footing, and he'll have to bring that ball back out, and Sailors still on possession. Becker with the ball, spin move, trying to get a shot off, and it's blocked away, and Eagle Valley's going to be closest to the ball when it goes out of bounds. Sailors really need to get this ball back and get possession, as they need as much possession time as they can get in this last quarter. Ball on the ground. Ezra Moyer battling for it, and they're going to say Sailors ball as it went off Devil last, and Kempers to bring it in. Gets it to Moyer. Moyer loses his footing. We're going to have a flag on the play, and that will be good here for the Steamboat Sailors. They should capitalize on it next time they lose possession of the ball. Luke St. John at X here. Going to get it off to Becker. Becker just getting whacked by his defender and kept out on the outskirts, but he'll pass it off, and the ball works its way up to the top of the perimeter. Meisner. Meisner gets it down to Story. Story rushing in. Passes off to Kempers. Kempers cannot quite deal with it, though, and we're finally going to have the play whistled down, and that penalty will finally come into effect. Sailors are going to go up a man here, and that couldn't have come at a better time, as they need as much of an advantage as they can get to get back into this game. Nothing seems impossible at this point, but with the clock ticking down, 10 minutes left on the scoreboard, 7-3 the score, Eagle Valley Devils leading the Steamboat Sailors. You gotta hope that the boys are thinking that way. Rogers with the ball, gets it to Luke St. John, back to Rogers, to the top of the perimeter now. Passing around, keeping possession, and I don't think that the Sailors have had a shot on goal in the man-up situation yet in this game, which really, as Michael Scott said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I know that he's not the original quote sayer, but I think it's funnier when you quote him. Shot, and it goes wide. It's going to be Devils ball. A shot from Adams. Looked promising, but just squeaked by that post, and Sailors trying to win it back. Devils almost back to full strength here. They actually are back to full strength now, coming into the offensive zone. They gain the box and bring it to X now. That's Miner with the ball, and errant pass. Metzler picks it up, coming down the other way, gets it to another long pull for the Sailors, and finally they gain the box. Slowing the play down is Story. He gets it to Kempers as Kemper gets subbed back onto the field. Kemper's going to toss it up to Adams. Adams trying to make some shifty moves here, trying to get by his defender. But, man, this Eagle Valley defense has been solid all day. Ball to the top of the perimeter for the Sailors. Still passing around. Love to see a shot here soon, as the clock is not our friend. Errant pass, and it just is picked up by the Eagle Valley goalkeeper. He'll lob it up the field, and the Devils are working their way into the Sailors' defensive half. Good play there by Kempers. He'll pick up the ball and bring it back the other way, and hopefully he can make something happen here. Whether it's an assist or a goal, let's see what he can do. He does have a goal in the game. He'll pass it off to Meisner. Meisner is a man that knows how to find the back of the net. He'll get it to Story. And that's the thing. The Sailors, they have plenty of players that know how to find the back of the net. It's just the Eagle Valley defense has Steamboat's number today. And that's just been the story of the game. It's unfortunate to see. Both teams, of course, 4-2 records, trying to win out the rest of the season. And Eagle Valley has a commanding lead over the Steamboat Sailors in this fourth quarter. 7:11 left on the clock. Rogers rushing in, gets it to Hubler. Hubler off to Meisner, to Luke St. John. Passing around, gets back to Hoffman. Hoffman to Story. Story's been relatively quiet this game. See if he can figure something out here as he's a leader here. A shot and it goes wide by Dotson, and he looks a little shaken up on the play. Sailors are first or closest to GLE. Luke St. John with the hustle stat there, and he'll bring it into play. Dotson with the ball gains the box and gets it to Meisner. Steamboat working around the perimeter here. And that's the freshman making his defender fall on the ground. You love to see that when it's clean, and it was there. He just was shifty with it. And the ball works over to Story. Story, far side of the pitch, cannot pick out Luke St. John, and it's going to be Devils ball. Sailors, of course, doing a high press defense here, and they cannot win it in their offensive half. They're going to have to do it here in the defensive half. Good work by Metzler to intercept that pass, and the ball pops out, though. It's on the ground. Metzler trying to pick it up. It's hard to do with that long stick, and ball still on the ground. No one can get possession. Still bouncing, and it finally goes out off of the Devils, and good work by Metzler to win it. Metzler's going to lob it across the field to Hubler. Hubler now getting it up the field. And now the ball's at X with Dotson. Dotson running around, getting whacked by his defender. And you got to see some shots here from the Sailors as the clock is still winding down. It does not stop. A shot and a good save there from the Eagle Valley goalkeeper. And that looked promising. But man, he was able to save that one. Ball with Adams at the top of the perimeter here. He's rushing in on net, trying to rip a shot, and it goes wide. Good work by Luke St. John, though. He'll win over possession. The Sailors still have the ball in their offensive half. 11-3 the score. Steamboat Sailors down to the Eagle Valley Devils. We have 4 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Real quick, we'd like to thank the all-new Steamboat Motors with store-to-door service. Shop them online or just go into them. A shot, but it goes over the net. Dotson a little shaken up on the play, and the Devils will take over possession here. Passing up the field. It's a long pull here for the Devils. Going to bring it into their offensive half. And that's Adams to defend it. Good work by Adams, though, and Metzler's able to pick it up. And I suppose there was a timeout. We have 3 minutes and 57 seconds left on the clock. Quick timeout here, and not much time for the Steamboat Sailors to get back into this one if they can. I might be a little too optimistic, but I'd rather be too optimistic than not optimistic at all. I'd like to thank the Pioli Group with Colorado Group Realty. Also, Alpine Lumber, the contractor's choice, the homeowner's friend. And you can never forget Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank with locations in Steamboat and Craig. Steamboat Sailors down 11-3 in this contest. And we'll see what happens in these dying minutes. Hopefully something, you'd hope. I don't know what, though. What do you think, Brady?
No.
Man, it's just been a tough game all around here for the Sailors. Just, the Devils have their number, and that's all I can say. The Devils stayed true to their defense, very solid. They almost just had a wall all game, only allowing 3 goals so far, and we'll see how many more the Steamboat Sailors can get today. Eagle Valley's going to have possession here in their offensive half. And that's Hubler to defend, number 3 for the Devils. The Devils are just going to possess it here at the edge of the field. I know once that clock hits 2 minutes, they have to stay within the perimeter. But for now, they're going to stay as far out as they can. Just pass around, they get the ball to X. They're in no rush to score here as they have a commanding lead on the Sailors. Good work by Gideon, not allowing much from him. And they're just passing around here, keeping possession. Clock still, though, is counting down. Why does it always do that? Unfortunately, Sailors doing a good job with the defense here, staying in front of the ball, not letting their man by them. And we have 3 minutes left on the clock. Devils just possessing the ball, keeping it inside the perimeter here now because they have to do so. Loose ball, and it's going to be Sailors at the far sideline. That is Kempers to bring it in. 11-3 the score here from Hot Stuff Stadium, and the Devils are leading the Steamboat Sailors. Errant pass, but Gideon, he almost got it, but then lost his footing. Number 2 here for the Devils rips a shot, and it's 12-3 now. Man, that's tough to see. 2 minutes and 32 seconds left. Steamboat Sailors just trying to score any goal they can get here, but unfortunately, the Devils were able to get another one. And it's not that River King has had a bad game at all. He's had some great saves keeping the Steamboat Sailors in this game. It could very easily be 20-3 right now. But River King doing well to keep the Sailors in this game. But just a solid defensive game for the Devils as Kirby wins the face-off. That's Moyer to pass it off to Dotson. Dotson got a lot of playing time here today, and he'll just run around with it now. Getting poked to the box, outside of the box now, and gets it to Ellis, who is seeing some more playing time in this second half. That's Hoffman with the ball. Spin move. Gets by his defender. Can he get a goal here? The ball pops out of his basket, though. It's loose, and the Devils will pick it up and just run around. Good work there. Oh, an errant pass. Looked a little dangerous there, but no one to capitalize on that opportunity for the Sailors. And the ball is going to bounce out on the near sideline in the Sailors' defensive half. We have 1:31 left on the clock. 12-3 the score. Steamboat Sailors are down by a decent amount of goals here at Hot Stuff Stadium. And that's Smith with the ball at midfield, getting into his offensive half. And there's a flag on the play. Sailors will go up if the possession ever changes. That's some real physical defense from number 2 there. We have 2 flags on the play now. And Brady, let me ask you real quick, will the Sailors go 2 people up now?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, Sailors are going to be up by 2 men. Double power play. Looks like Eagle Valley put their backup keeper in. Hopefully we can squeak one by. Love to see any goal at this point.
Looks like just a 6-on-5.
6-on-5, I'm getting, my sources tell me. But still, Steamboat Sailors might be able to get a goal in the dying moments of this matchup. I think that the score is going to remain the same. Steamboat Sailors going to 4-3. If it does stay the same, Eagle Valley will go to 5-2. Ball loose on the ground. That's Adams to pick it up. Get it down to Story. Story to Becker. Becker with a shot and a good save there from the backup goalkeeper. But he just kind of whiffs the pass on that one. Ball popped out. It's loose. And that was it's still on the ground. Devils finally, well, no. Ball's still on the ground. No one can quite control it. We have 22 seconds left on the clock, and this game is about over. 12-3 the score. Steamboat Sailors are behind in a shot and goal. 13-3 the score. Eagle Valley just dominating this matchup here today. And man, that's unfortunate. Steamboat Sailors trying to win out the rest of the season, cannot get by the Devils here today. Devils improving their record to 5-2, and man, it's rough. But it's not over till it's over. Steamboat Sailors have a few more games to try to chase down that league title and maybe, just maybe, get into playoffs. We'll see what happens as Kirby wins a face-off. Moyer picks it up but then gets the ball dispossessed. We have 3 seconds left on the clock and the buzzer will sound. And Eagle Valley, just a dominant win here today. And you're good. You can leave. Thanks for doing it. And Steamboat Sailors going over to thank River King for his valiant effort here today. And man, that was a tough one. Steamboat Sailors just could not figure out the Eagle Valley defense, and Eagle Valley just looks so strong. And we'll see how the rest of the season goes. Hopefully the Sailors can get back to their winning ways. They'll need every ounce every win they can get to win that league title, if they even can. Now they'll probably need some help from other teams in the league, but man, that's a tough one. 13-3 the final score here from Hot Stuff Stadium in Gypsum, Colorado. We'll see you tomorrow as the Steamboat Springs girls soccer team is facing the Summit Tigers. That game will be at 6 o'clock at the middle school field, so do not go to the high school. I don't know what's going on there, actually, but just don't go there. Go to the middle school, or you can tune in on K2YV Sports on FM at 105.7, 97.7, or you can just go to steamboatradio.com and listen in there. Also, I'll give you some more opportunities. You can even watch the game on Steamboat Radio YouTube channel. Hopefully, just the Sailors Athletics can get back to their winning ways. The girls soccer team, of course, lost to Battle Mountain last night, which was a tough game, and this one here was a tough game as well. Just both teams, for both the girls soccer and boys lacrosse, both teams that they faced just came into the game more prepared than the Sailors. But that's okay. Season's not over. We'll see what happens. Final score here was 13-3. Steamboat Sailors lost to just a dominant Eagle Valley Devils. And yeah, from all of us at the Steamboat Radio studio, I'm Murphy Bowman signing off here from Hot Stuff Stadium.